The Guitar Center Gear Card, which is issued by Synchrony Bank, acts as a specialized retail credit line specifically tailored for musicians and audio engineers who find themselves frequently walking through the doors of a Guitar Center location. This financial tool is essentially built around the idea of making high-end musical equipment more accessible through aggressive promotional financing. The primary facts of this card revolve around its tiered interest-free periods, which can range from 24 or 36 months all the way up to 48 months of 0% interest, depending on the specific brand of gear being purchased and the current store promotions. For those working in professional environments like large-scale studios or churches, there are even expanded business-to-business options that allow for financing and leasing terms stretching out to 72 months. On the surface, the reward structure offers 5% back in rewards, which translates to 5 points for every $1 spent on the card. Once a user hits the threshold of 1,000 points, a $10 rewards certificate is issued for future purchases. There is no annual fee to maintain the account, and the barrier to entry is relatively low since prequalification does not impact credit scores, and a fair score of approximately 640 is generally enough for approval. However, the reality of using this card requires a very disciplined approach because the financial risks are significant and the interest rates are notably high. The standard purchase annual percentage rate is a variable 34.99%, which is a staggering number that can quickly snowball if a balance is carried outside of a promotional window. Even more concerning is the penalty annual percentage rate of 39.99%, which may be applied indefinitely if payments are missed. One of the most dangerous elements for a casual shopper is the deferred interest trap, often found on shorter 6-month promotional offers. If the balance is not paid in full by the very last day of that period, the bank retroactively charges all interest back to the original date of purchase at that 34.99% rate. Additionally, some of these promotional offers come with a hidden 2% promo fee of the total amount financed, which is added to the balance immediately. The rewards program also has several strings attached as certificates expire just 90 days after they are issued, and points vanish after 12 months if the 1,000 point threshold is not met. Furthermore, these rewards typically cannot be used on used or vintage gear and often cannot be combined with other discounts. From an educated perspective, this card is a powerful tool for a specific type of buyer, but a potential debt trap for others. It feels like a double-edged sword that rewards the organized musician while punishing the impulsive one. The opinion here is that the 48-month 0% financing is an incredible way to acquire a $2,000 guitar or a professional power amp without losing money to inflation or interest, provided the user is manually calculating payments. The auto-pay system is a major pain point because it often defaults to a minimum payment rather than the amount required to clear the balance before the promotion ends. This means the card requires active management and is not a set-it-and-forget-it solution. It is a fantastic choice for someone eyeing a big-ticket item from a qualifying brand who is disciplined enough to ensure the balance hits $0 before the clock runs out. Conversely, it is a poor choice for anyone who primarily buys used gear or someone who tends to carry a revolving monthly balance, as the 34.99% annual percentage rate will instantly negate any benefits or rewards points earned. To summarize the situation, the Guitar Center Gear Card offers a gateway to expensive equipment through long-term 0% interest periods and a 5% rewards program without an annual fee. However, the risks are substantial due to the 34.99% standard annual percentage rate and the potential for a 39.99% penalty rate. The existence of deferred interest traps on short-term promos and the quick expiration of rewards certificates mean that users must be hyper-vigilant. The biggest risk remains the retroactive interest charges and the high cost of carrying any balance whatsoever, which can lead to a cycle of debt that far outweighs the value of the musical gear purchased.